A snowy Sunday here in Shaver Lake. I skied yesterday. I'm not skiing today. Just looking out the window right here at all the precipitation coming. They're saying it's going to be another atmospheric river here over the next few days. So I may have to get out of the mountains early so I don't get stuck here and head down to Visalia. Before the next stop on the tour is going to be Las Vegas for the bachelor party. Anyway, let's talk about Trent Williams, because I think that Trent Williams, his name could be back in the news right now, with Laremy Tunsil of the Texans signing a new contract that is being touted as a record-breaking contract. This is the news from the morning. I'm going to put this up on the screen for you just so you can have your own read. But Ian Rappaport reports that per St. Omni, Texan star left tackle Laremy Tunsil is once again the highest paid tackle in NFL history, securing a 3-year deal worth $75 million with $50 million fully guaranteed and $60 million in total guarantees. The blindside protector does a true reset on the market. Tunsil represented himself. Now, is this really a true reset on the market? Because Trent Williams still has the more valuable deal in terms of overall size, as you can see with my writing up at the top. But yes, Tunsil does have more annual average value, more fully guaranteed money, and more total guaranteed money. But let's just take a look at Trent Williams' contract so we can run the comparison against Tunsil's. Okay, here we go. Trent Williams' deal up on the screen. Meanwhile, I'm going to grab Tunsil's contract and have it off here on the side so we could run some comparisons of the numbers. Williams, $138.06 million guaranteed. Tunsil's only 3 years, so his is $25 million per year. Williams ended up being $23.01 million per year. Remember when Trent Williams added $10,000 a year to his contract just to one-up David Bakhtiari, and David Bakhtiari said, "You're petty. You're really petty." Yes, Trent Williams was petty. He wanted the biggest deal in left tackle history. But now Tunsil's at $25 million per year. We look at Trent Williams' total guarantees, and we could see them up on the screen right here. The total guarantees, well, full guarantees are better for Trent Williams. And right now, there's only $9.65 million guaranteed left, but he had the guarantees in the previous seasons of fully guaranteed money of $40 million, $40.05 million. Tunsil's at $50 million. The total guarantees for Trent Williams were about $50 million. Tunsil's, this is including injury guaranteed money, were about $60 million. So yes, this new contract is bigger on a per year basis and on a guaranteed basis, but I think this is a good opportunity to take a look at Trent's contract as it relates to the 49ers, because you've got age 35 coming up, $19.4 million base salary, as you can see here in the 2023 season. $6.3 million of that is guaranteed. But there is an inflection point coming for Trent Williams on April 1st. If he's still on the roster, which he obviously will be, $10 more million will vest as full guarantees for this 2023 season. So fully guaranteed at signing is a little bit different than the full guarantees that trigger over the course of the contract. And Trent Williams is going to see $10 more million trigger on April 1st. Now, it's important to note that he's going to be 35 years old next season. But Trent Williams has been the number one left tackle and number one overall tackle in football in each of his 3 seasons with the 49ers. That's by pass blocking efficiency combined with run blocking grade, by PFF's overall tackle grade. Williams has been number one in 2020. He's been number one in 2021. He's been number one in 2022. I think he's undisputably the best tackle of our generation. He's still the top tackle in the game, and the 49ers are totally cool with $10 million more becoming fully guaranteed on April 1st, because he's not showing any signs of this age. He's showing signs of a guy that can play well into his later 30s as an elite tackle. Maybe not the best in football, but an elite tackle. And as of right now, nobody's proven that they're better than Trent Williams. So Tunsil's the highest paid right now. We look at the comparison, but Williams still has that biggest overall contract. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, overall money doesn't matter because he's not going to play the late years of this deal. He's not going to play 25 and 26. Well, the way that Trent Williams is playing right now, he may well play the late years of this deal because he's played the first 3 years of this contract, or the first 2 years, I should say, of this contract, 2021 and 2022. Completely fine. He's been the number one tackle in football. Who's to say that's not going to be the case in 2023? It might get a little bit dicier in 24, 25, and 26, but it's going to be a year-by-year proposition for the 49ers because none of that money is going to be guaranteed. Big guarantees in 2023. 49ers happy to keep Williams for that time. 3 straight years as the number one tackle. We'll see how long they can ride it out, though. I do recommend, and I'm going to talk about this in a big piece on The Athletic tomorrow, talked about it in my driving video yesterday. I do recommend that the 49ers start making a tackle succession plan, and they could kill 2 birds with 1 stone this offseason. You get somebody like Get somebody like Blake Freeland out of BYU, high potential tackle. He's got, I think, amazing athleticism, somebody that you can develop into a successor at both left tackle and right tackle, and you figure out the need for the right tackle in the short term while you're also starting to plan the left tackle succession plan. The 49ers have invested a lot in their offensive line in recent seasons. It was just 2 years ago that we had the night where Trent Williams and Alex Mack both signed. I was here. I was in this spot up here in Shaver Lake. I didn't sleep. I wrote the big article on Williams and Mack both signing in the same night. And, that really kicked off a big investment surge in the O-line for the 49ers. A couple months later, they spent the second rounder on Aaron Banks. A year later, they spent the 4th rounder on Spencer Burford. Both Banks and Burford are now starters. They just spent on Jake Brendel the other day. But that Williams contract, the record-breaking deal that finally just got beaten in some of the categories by Laremy Tunsil, that Williams contract really set the tone for big-time 49ers investment in the offensive line. And they've improved on the O-line since then in pass protection. But, I was the first one on the scene to say they weren't good enough in pass protection. They needed to do more. Other people were too busy blaming Jimmy Garoppolo over the past few years. But, they did the investing, but they still haven't done enough. The 49ers still need to improve that offensive line even more because what you saw this past season was a really good regular season pass protecting offensive line, but they ran into trouble when they faced the Cowboys and the Eagles in pass protection. Those were the 2 best pass rushing units in football. So to reach the mountaintop, the 49ers still have to get better. They still have to follow that Chiefs model. The Chiefs, even Patrick Mahomes, said we need to really invest in that O-line to get the best possible results. And that's where the 49ers are right now with Trent Williams turning 35 next season. All right, that's how his contract compares to Laremy Tunsil's. A little less on the fully guaranteed and totally guaranteed money and APY, but still more in the overall terms. And since Trent Williams is such a stud, we still might see him earn the totality of this contract. More videos coming later. Snowy day here in Shaver. I've got a good salary cap update coming up next. So make sure you like the video, sub to the channel so you're ready when I either come live or when I post that one. I still have to make that determination. Time for me to eat some pizza. I grilled some pizza last night. Time for me to eat it. We'll talk to you soon.